Big baseball guy, though.
Yeah.
So you came down. Is that where Birmingham started? Was going to Montevallo?
It is. So, when I was growing up, I went to a prep school, Christian Brothers Prep up in Syracuse, and, an athlete. I always wanted to play college baseball, and I played basketball as well. But a guy who I looked up to, was a few years older than me, great athlete. He ended up having some issues come up with his Division I scholarship, and he needed a place to go play, and he went down to the University of Montevallo because our baseball coach in Syracuse.
And it sounds like a bigger school than it is, doesn't it? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this. It looks just exactly like you picture Alabama in your head. And that's what it looks like in Montevallo.
Yeah. It's Montevallo.
When you grew up in New York. So anyways, he ends up going to Montevallo, has a great career, gets drafted by the Yankees. And like I said earlier, I always looked up to him. So I kind of followed his footsteps, and I ended up coming down to Montevallo and had a great experience there. I graduated in 2005, and I built a TV radio network for the university. We didn't.
That's what I saw.
Yeah, we didn't have anything going on. So streaming was new. It was 2003 is when we started that network, and that is really not where I became a broadcaster, but it's where I became an entrepreneur because I loved raising money, looking into the marketplace and figuring out all the technical parts of broadcasting, learning how to engineer a broadcast. I was the guy on press row calling a basketball game live on the radio, but filming it with a camera at the same time. So I could go back to my dorm room at night and cut up a highlight show, film a stand-up on camera and put it on TV. So I was doing all the roles. I love the generalism of it. I love the responsibility of leading student workers around a vision. And so I thought I did it to become a broadcaster, but really I turned into an entrepreneur.
Yeah, and that's a huge thing with broadcasters. And this is something they will absolutely never tell you in school because they want you to, finish broadcasting college classes. They can get their check. Anybody can be a broadcaster. Like it comes down to effort, your drive, like your will and want to be successful in this industry. I mean, look at us three. We are technically broadcasters. If that doesn't show you that anyone can be a broadcaster, that blows my mind.
Well, and I say right back to you, to be a great broadcaster, you need to have different edges and originalities about you, not just as talent, but as skills, right? So when you're coming up, a big reason I didn't take a position making less than $20,000 a year in some market you've never heard of as a weekend sports anchor was because I knew how to edit. And because I knew how to edit my own packages, I started working for sports networks like ESPN New, that was brand new at the time, Comcast Sportsnet, and I could put together a whole story.
Just you.
Just me, no camera operator, no editor, and that was an advantage on top of maybe my knowledge or ability to speak on camera. So having those edges is important nowadays for broadcasters. That's understanding digital, right?
Yeah.
And understanding the fact that what 10 people as a team used to have to do to put together a
You have
broadcast.
to do it by yourself.
You could do it by
and
yourself.
And you have to do it efficiently.
That's right.
That's a big thing. I worked in TV news, and that was a massive thing. You had to be so versatile, and you had to be able, to produce, to run the cameras, to go in there and be able to do the lighting. You have to do so many things, and with news, everything happens so fast.
Yep.
Because you only have 30 minutes to be great. As where, you have some time to put together packages and stuff like that. But when you're an anchor, a producer, a director, you have to be great, quick. And like you said, broadcasters, especially young broadcasters now, have to learn everything.
Yep.
You have to learn to be able to be Jeff, Sam, anywhere.
You do. I have been very, very blessed. God has blessed me because I have been groomed for what I'm doing today by those experiences early on in college and when I just got out. I started a streaming network. I learned everything about creating content before content was known as king.
Yeah,
right?
Before it was content.
Yeah. And so, I'm producing audio, I'm producing video, I'm the talent, I'm the engineer. And even when I first got out of college, I sold a product to college athletic programs to help them stream their audio and video for their sporting events. And so just doing that, I was groomed in a way where now everybody's told you've got to produce content. You need to have a presence on all your social media channels for your personal brand and or your business brand. And that's something I've been doing for more than a decade. So I've been groomed for this kind of current era. And I think for young broadcasters, you have an opportunity in business, not just to try to get on the air, but to help businesses who have been in business for 2, 3, 4 decades and just help them with the skills you're learning as a broadcaster, because those CEOs, those leadership teams do not know where to start when it comes to having their own podcast, creating their own weekly show, creating content and blog content that helps them get their audience that they want to reach with their marketing and sales.